Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Heart of Christ Ministry. I am your host, Reverend Sean Robert Grant. Hope all is fantastic with you. It has been a long time, but I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to get the ball rolling again here. We've had a busy 2023 up to this point, and it's only the second month, but life is good. Life is fantastic. I've got a great message for you today, and that message deals with vibration. Okay, so let me see something. Okay. Perfect. Deals with vibration. Check those levels. I always do that because there was a time when I can remember I did an entire message. I did an entire message and there was no sound, right? And it was like, oh, how come I couldn't check that? So now I'm checking that every single time. And guys, if you're listening in and you see something going on with the sound, please let me know. I can actually, alleviate that problem right away. So first things first, thank you for joining us. Today we got an amazing message. It's a message about vibration and how vibration controls your destiny. But the first thing we want to do is get some things here out the way, some business. Guys, if you have any feedback, any correspondence, any comments, anything you'd like to share with us, please write to us at seang04@gmail.com. We'll get back to you as soon as we possibly can. Thank you in advance for that. And if this ministry has benefited you in any way, shape, or form over the course of the last 3 years that we've been alive and kicking, please, by all means, donate. Venmo, Heart of Christ Ministry, PayPal, seang04@gmail.com. In the description, there is ZELLE, which is seang04@gmail.com as well. I thank you in advance for that. And because of your generosity, I brought this back. If you're unaware of it, the Endless Prosperity Pack. That's just 5 hand-selected videos that are going to help you to go from zero to financial freedom in a short period of time. It's a lot of great messages, and it deals with a lot of what the message we have today going. So with that being said, thank you to each of you, whether you're watching it or not, present or in the future sometime, for donating and taking care of us. We appreciate you to the highest degree. All right, let me get a sip of my tea and let's get into today's message. Ginger's really good. Okay, Heart of Christ Ministry, 2023. Vibration is the key to mastering destiny. Ooh, that's a big one. Vibration is the key to mastering destiny. Now, I originally was going to title this "The Universe Works on Vibration," but most people would understand, like, okay, well, how does it help me? Well, that's when I rethunk it and said, you know what? I got to say why the universe is vibration and why it's of pivotal importance to us to know that. Okay, so let's start there. The universe is vibration, and I won't get into too much because that's my first bullet point. But when we know that everything in the universe is made up of vibration, we become masters of the universe, masters of our own destiny, to be able to allow ourselves. And I was going to say move things, but the beauty is you don't need to move anything, right? All you need to do is take care of the vibration within yourself and understand that everything carries a vibration. Everything, I caught my tongue there for a bit. Everything carries a vibration. Everything carries a frequency of energy, which then vibrates to every single thing else, right? It's magnetic in a sense. Now, there's a saying with the law of attraction that says like attracts like, but the law of vibration is a little bit more complex, a lot more complex actually, because sometimes you may think, okay, I'm a wonderful person, so why did I attract this terrible person into my life when I have all these good qualities? The reality is, though, it's the core individual that we are from a soul standpoint that magnetizes people into our lives. And a lot of times, the reason why you've had bad relationships or even good relationships is because on a soul level, that person has exactly what it is that you need to help you to get to the next level. Okay. So it's not always, good person attracts good person. Yes, that happens, right? When the soul decides that that's what is needed. But a lot of times on the surface, you may look like complete opposites, but at the very core of your soul signature, of your soul vibration, you guys are completely the same. And that's the beauty of this. That's the complexity of this. So let's get into number one, okay? The universe is made up of energy, frequency, and vibration. And so I've dedicated my life to really getting to understand these. And when you understand that the universe is made up of vibration, energy, and frequency, and this, for the sake of the topic today, it's vibration, you know that everything moves in unison to vibration, okay? Like, before I learned about the concept of vibration, I used to kill myself trying to work hard, trying to outdo the universe. I like to say now, because I thought, okay, if I work hard, if I grind, I'm going to be in a space where I get everything I want. Well, the reality is I grind until I passed out and I still didn't have the things that I wanted. Why? Because I wasn't a match for that energy. I wasn't a match for that frequency. And unless I am a match for the frequency of the thing that I'm desiring, or let's say a better word, that I am trying to align with, unless I'm a match for that frequency and that vibration, it can't come into my life. And if it does, there's a chance that I'm going to lose it. And you know what's coming. If you're intuitive, you know what's coming. We see this all the time with lottery, people buying new cars, and people having houses. Okay, so let me give you an example real quick of how this works. We'll give you a couple examples actually. So the lottery, let's talk about the lottery. Somebody who does not have the consciousness to handle multi-millions of dollars, tens of millions of dollars, 100 millions of dollars, sometimes even six figures, right? Hundreds of thousands of dollars. If they do not have the consciousness, if they do not have the energy to be able to have the awareness to understand, and more importantly, just resonate on that frequency with that money, guess what happens? And we all move from this place of vibration, of frequency, of energy. We can't help it. There's nothing, we just can't help it, right? So let's say, for instance, you have a family member or something like that, or you know somebody who's been broke all of their lives, and bam, they hit the jackpot and they win $100 million. A lot of times that money is gone in a matter of years, and here's why. Because a person who's been broke their entire lives only knows what? How to be broke, right? Most people think, oh, it's the money that stops me from being broke. No, it's the soul condition. And as a soul condition improves and you let go of the emotions that are causing you to feel and be broke internally, you learn how to manage having more money, right? So then all of a sudden your vibration raises, and your ability to be able to have not just the awareness, right, but your ability to be able to manage large sums of money and to feel, most importantly, financial intelligence and financial peace with it, then allows you to thrive, right? But unless that happens, the individual that has been impoverished their entire lives, and remember, poverty is mentally and emotionally broken. It has nothing to do with money, but because they're mentally and emotionally broken, that's all they experience in the reflection of their manifestations. So all of a sudden, you give that person the money, you give that person that large sum of money, from the vibration they're at, they're going to throw it away. They're going to find every single way to throw it away. And I'm telling you, there is nothing any of us can do when we're operating from a vibration. This is why this message is so, right? What you said, right? I just read the comment. Oh, this is why this message is so important, because the reality is, okay? The reality is I can only operate from my own state of awareness. I can only operate from my own state of vibration. I can only operate from my own state of consciousness. So if I have a wealth consciousness, somebody gives me some money, guess what? I'm more than likely apt to multiply it, to manage it, to do all the things that continue to allow me to have a wealth consciousness, right? It's my vibration. It's where I move from. The universe can only operate through this. But if I have a poverty consciousness, you better believe you can give me as much money as you want. I'm going to find every single way to lose it. And how do we get out of this? Easy. We get out of it by raising our vibration. And how do we raise our vibration? I can tell you right off the bat, I need to do a whole session on it, but I'm going to tell you right off the bat, you raise your vibration by letting go stagnant emotions. You raise your vibration by letting go of environments that no longer serve your growth and your expansion. You let go, or you raise to a higher vibration by encouraging yourself, and more importantly, loving yourself first. Self-love is probably the number one key to raising your vibration to a higher frequency, to the highest possible frequency. And you will see everything will become a match to you. And even when it's not a match, just know I just experienced this recently. When something or someone comes in and they're not a vibrational match, it seems the reality is that individual or individuals is there to give you a lesson that allows you to let go of something, which then raises your vibration, right? That's how it works. That's how it works. And when you understand that, you can master your destiny. You can teach other people to master their own destinies. You're going to see the difference. All right. Whew. That's a lot of time on number one. Okay. Here we go. Number two, the universe can only understand vibration and its operation of everything. Right. So, perfect example, right? I used to say affirmations all the time, all the day long, right? All day long. I am rich. I am rich. I am rich. Blah, 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 blah. I am healthy. I am healthy. I am this. I am that. I am blah. I am blah. And so it would give me a little bit of progress, but it was never like things were manifesting like crazy. And let me tell you why, right? Reverend Ike, one of my mentors, he said a quote. He says, feeling gets the blessing. And the reason he said that, because the universe works on feeling, which is vibration, right? It works on vibration. And so that means, like, I'll give you an example. I keep saying I'm gonna give you an example. But let's say I tell you, you are a good person, right? What type of feeling? There's no feeling. If I just say you are a good person and there's no expression at all, you don't feel anything. But if I say you are a fantastic person, you are a wonderful person, you have everything you need to be the very best that you can be, and I believe it and I trust it and I have faith that you are that person. Which one feels better? Which one feels at all? It's the second one, right? Universe only works through feeling, aka vibration, and which leads to a higher frequency, right? So when we know, and I did a video a couple episodes back, it's so important to check this out, how the universe can only understand vibration. I guarantee you, if you're in a state right now where things do not appear, keyword appear, to be what you want, you got to go within and start feeling into the very thing that you desire to have, that you desire to see in your life. And I promise you, you're going to see things start to shift, right? My wife and I started this practice, I think August of last year, where we would spend 1 hour being grateful for as many things as we could in our lives. And what we would do is we would select one thing per day, right? And it could be present, or it could be something that's getting ready to manifest, but we would set the timer for an hour and we would just say, thank you for this. Thank you for that. Thank you so much for this. Thank you, God, for being there, just period, right? And gratitude is such a strong, powerful, not just emotion, but feeling, such a powerful vibration that I remember we started that. I will never forget, excuse me. We started August 12th. August 15th, there were so many things manifesting in a way that I couldn't even begin to explain to you. But then I realized it was the feeling, it was the vibration that was moving things, right? Looking back on acting last year too, it was all about vibration. If I didn't feel anything, I couldn't receive anything. I couldn't expect the universe to move on my behalf. This is why, if you have goals and those goals don't, sorry about that, it's a little, the internet's a little bit wonky, but I'm going to keep going with it. If you have goals, okay, and those goals don't allow you, right, to feel something. Those goals don't allow you to feel something. If those goals don't allow you to rev up with, yes, this is me. I feel this. This is something that I want. This is something that I know I'm going to have. If you have goals and you don't feel that, you're gonna be in a space where you're not going to see things happen, right? And another thing is that I really want to sort of convey that is so important is this. And bear with me. I know it's idling. It's idling on my behalf anyway, but I'm going to keep going with it. Another thing I really want you to realize is this. Okay, thoughts are electric, feelings are magnetic. Okay, thoughts sort of point you in the direction. Once you see what you're looking at and you get a feeling, it begins to magnetize itself to you. Okay, thoughts are electric, feelings are magnetic. Remember that, because that's always going to help you, and then it's going to help you to think the thoughts that are going to create the emotion or the feeling needed to bring those things into your life. Now, another thing I want to give you here is that you don't have to try so hard anymore when you begin to raise your vibration. Okay, I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna be as real and honest with you I possibly can right here. I had some abandonment issues because of different things that happened in my family, and that, imagine picking up 200-pound weights and walking around with 200-pound weights as you do everything. That's what that emotion, that unprocessed emotion about abandonment and fear of being left behind, left on my energy field. So you can imagine, if I'm trying to fly vibrationally and do the best that I can with what I have, how it can be hard, because that emotion, unprocessed, is working behind the scenes and always stepping in the way. So I can only go as far as that emotion will allow me to go. But the moment I realized it, and I'll never forget, I came to it was during a full moon, I think, or something like that, or a new moon. And I processed this emotion. I found out what it was really about. I talked to my inner child. I cried for about an hour because the emotion was just that strong. And when I tell you, not only did my vibration feel lighter and easier, all this stuff started to happen because that emotion wasn't holding me back. So I say that to tell you, the emotions that we're holding in our soul condition, in our soul period, those are affecting the way that you manifest. Those are affecting the way that you vibrate, right? Because it has nothing to do with anything physical. It has everything to do with what's inside of us, right? So when we understand that what's inside of us is going to produce, right? It's going to produce what's outside of us. We just set our minds on delivering or being delivered from all of that crap that could have held us back in the past. And it ain't crap because it's all lessons, right? It's a privilege to grow up and being impoverished and now to be well off. It's a privilege, right? To fail at everything when you're younger and then all of a sudden find your step where you're succeeding. That initial, right? The initial environment, the initial acclamation to things that seem unfortunate is what's really helping you to understand how to raise that vibration. It all starts in here. There's nothing outside. Outside is only a projection. I said a reflection, but you can say a projection. It's only a projection of our energy, our current soul state of energy right here, right now. So you continue to work on that, whatever it is that you like doing, you love doing, it's going to help you to raise your vibration. And then you let go of all that other stuff, all of that pent up anger, all of that pent up hatred, all that pent up fear. You let all that stuff go. And the next thing you know, things are manifesting themselves easier and easier without the need for intense, physical, hard, backbreaking work, right? Yeah, you're going to work a little bit, right? And you're going to work through inspired action, but you won't be killing yourself saying, man, I'm tired and I didn't make any progress. Reality is you're going to be having fun doing it the whole time because you're moving on that level of awareness, that level of consciousness, that level of vibration. Okay. Number 3. Oh boy. Master your vibration, master your destiny. I'm going to say that 3 times because I want it to sink into your consciousness. Master your vibration, master your destiny. Master your vibration, master your destiny. All right. So I'm going to tell you something here. Okay. You may be saying, okay, Reverend Sean, how do I master my vibration? How do I master my vibration? Easy. Whatever doesn't work, let that shit go. Let it go. Whoever doesn't work, let it go. Right? We think oftentimes, and I say we, I mean myself, right? You may feel the same way, but I'm going to tell you straight up like this. I used to believe life was just getting stuff and getting stuff and getting stuff until I realized life is just letting go of stuff and letting go of more stuff and letting go of more stuff, right? Why? Why is it about that? Because the stuff we've accumulated is reflected back to us, right, in the form of reality. So when I had all these issues as a young adult, all I was seeing was all the stuff I had picked up as a child, as an adolescent, as a teenager, right? And it was just reflecting back to me, right? All the betrayals, all the low self-esteem, all the people emotionally and verbally abusing me, right? Sometimes even trying to physically abuse me. All of that stuff was a reflection of the vibration that I was carrying from all the stuff I picked up. But you know what? I reached the age of about 20, I want to say 25, 26. And I says, oh no. I said, oh no, this has got to change. There's something that's got to change. And look, it wasn't easy because the moment I did that, a hurricane just comes in and obliterates everything. But now I realized that hurricane came in to help me to start over, right? But then after that, I started to work on this stuff slowly but surely, right? Because this is not something that all of a sudden happens like overnight. It's a process. It's a lifelong process, right? And so I start to realize, okay, well, this I need to change. And then I discovered this book called by Joseph Murphy. You might have read it, The Power of the Subconscious Mind. And it talked about feeding your subconscious mind ideas, right, that you want it to implement in your life. Why? Because subconscious mind operates 95% of our lives. It's our behavior. It's like I told you, it's basically your consciousness and your vibration, everything brewing in your subconscious mind. You're going to operate from that level, and there's nothing that you can do or anybody else can do to stop it or stop that level from manifesting itself. So I read this book and it taught me all these things. And I kid you not, I thought I was on a roll. And as I'm getting more and more confidence, all this bad stuff starts to happen. And all this bad stuff was starting to happen because the junk that I didn't need anymore was coming up to the surface and being released. But in order for it to be released, I had to experience it firsthand through circumstances, through manifested reality, right? And I mean, it was painful, right? It was painful. But every time I released something, I felt a little bit lighter, right? Every time I let go of an emotion, I felt a little bit happier, right? Every time I let go of an individual that was mimicking somebody in my past that was emotionally abusive, I felt a little bit more joy. And that process continued to happen and happen and happen. And let me tell you something. When that stuff started to happen, I started feeling more joy, more peace, more happiness, more love in myself. My life began to get better, right? From a professional standpoint, from a relational standpoint, from a mental standpoint, from an emotional standpoint, all because I was releasing that junk that I no longer needed anymore. And then I look back on, I thought to myself, this was the moment where I was going to decide where I was going to master my destiny because I was mastering my vibration, right? I can remember being in New Orleans for an extended period of time and understanding like, if I'm going to be in this environment, it's not going to be conducive vibrationally to me being the person that I see myself to be in my heart. Something has got to change, right? And I changed it a few times. I went to Texas. I went to Baton Rouge. I went from different places to my mom, to my dad, to other places, but it just wasn't getting it until I realized, okay, at the moment, I got to let New Orleans, I got to let Louisiana go completely. And I moved to Los Angeles, California. And it was an entirely different vibration. It's an entirely different track of destiny that was there that allowed me to continue to not only grow, but more importantly, to expand by letting go of those things that no longer serve me, right? And it just happens every single day. Why? Because the universe is predicated. The two most important objectives of the universe: to make sure you are in unconditional love. So it's going to bring up anything that's unloving, right? It's going to bring it up right within you. And what was it? Oh, self-actualization. It wants you to be the very thing that you have animated into the individual that you are in this human experience. It wants you. It desires you to be that person, and it will stop at nothing, and it will deliver every single thing every day, every moment of the day for you to be that person. What I'm doing right now is moving me towards that person. You listening to me right now is moving you towards that person. It is precise, it is infallible. Nobody can touch it. It's untouchable too. But the universe wants to make sure you are in unconditional love for self, for others, and you are actualizing into that highest expression of God. And that's how you master your destiny. Because the highest vibration is the vibration of truth. And the vibration of truth is the vibration that we are one with God and one with each other. And when we understand that, that's on the highest level of human consciousness of the vibrational scale, is understanding. It's basically enlightenment. When we come to an understanding that we are one with the divine, we are one with we are one with everything. That sort of gives us this catapult up, right? To see things from a greater awareness. How much more different would I act when I realize that I am one with this person, or with this thing, or I'm one with this cup, or I'm one with this computer, I'm one with everybody watching on the other side of this screen, right? I'm one with all 8 billion, however many people it is, right? All of a sudden, I naturally step into a place of compassion. And compassion is an enormously high vibration, right? Because you're out to love people. You're not out to hurt them, right? You're not out to do wrong towards them. Just by embracing oneness, right? The vibration just instantly starts to leap. And you know what? And don't be afraid of this. But what you're going to see is you're going to see the stuff that is not in congruence with that. You're going to see it come to the surface. Excuse me. You're going to see it come to the surface. When it comes to the surface, ask yourself, what is this teaching me? Why is this event working in my favor? Right? Always ask the empowering questions, because they're the ones that are of a higher vibration, higher awareness. Why is this working in my favor? And it doesn't matter what it is. It could be the worst seeming circumstances. Why is this working in my favor? Why is the universe bringing this to work in my favor, to raise my vibration? And I promise you, it's just going to keep going. And you're going to feel better and better and better and better. And you know what's going to happen? You know what happens when you get to a higher vibration? And I said this already early on, but you begin to have to do less physical work. I'm not saying you don't do any physical work at all. It happens that way. Now, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you, because I want to be completely truthful, because the truth vibrates the fastest. Things can happen without you working for them. But there is some work involved, but it's inspired work. It's divinely driven and ordered work, not mindless action and activity or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So, to wrap this up, in order for us to master our vibration, we've got to master the energy of ourselves first. We've got to let go of the things that we don't need, right? Childhood things, we're adults now, right? We got to let go of that stuff. We got to let it go completely. People, right? And this means family. This can mean anything, anybody. If they're not bringing you up, right? They're not bringing you up or making you feel at ease or at peace, they got to go. They got to go, right? Because why? We don't have 10 years to sit here and suffer with somebody who just brings us down over and over and over. That's BS, period, right? Can't tell you how many family members I stopped talking to because it's all negativity. It's all bringing me down. Sorry. It's all just doom and gloom. It's all the world's coming to, like, love you, respect you, I have compassion for you, but I can't. That's not going to help me raise my energy. It's not going to help me contribute to me being my best, because that's what I'm doing. I'm not telling you how many people died on the news last night. No, I'm saying, well, what's going on in your life? What do you love, right? What's your passions? And that's another thing. Follow what sets you on fire, right? And for some, that's just being a parent. For others, that's making, food for your family. For others, that's building a company. That's, having a brand new career. That's, riding a motorcycle, driving trucks, whatever it is. It can be anything. But the reason being is because it's yours and you can feel it in here, and it's your thing because you'll feel it in there, right? Follow that. Follow that. Okay? Let go of everything that doesn't serve you. Let go of everyone that doesn't serve you, and follow what your heart truly desires. And I promise you, you're going to master your vibration and you'll master your destiny. And there's so much more we'll talk about here soon, but that's all I got for today. Long message. Thank you so much for joining us today, guys. We appreciate you very much. Any comments, any feedback, any correspondence, whatever it is, write to us, SeanG04@gmail.com. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And if this message has benefited you in a way that is conducive to you feeling more expansive, more aware of a higher vibration, that's the intent. Excuse me. Donate, Venmo at Heart of Christ Ministry, PayPal, SeanG04@gmail.com. Zelle's in the description, but not listed here. SeanG04@gmail.com as well if you want to donate Zelle. And then when you do donate a gift of any size, I'm going to send you the Endless Prosperity Pack. And the Endless Prosperity Pack, what is it? 5 hand-selected videos to help you to reach financial freedom infinite abundance, infinite supply, infinite prosperity, all of that stuff that lies within you and then starts to project and reflect itself as resources, financial resources, any other resources, right? It's a beautiful thing. So with any size gift, that is yours. Happy to send it to you. But with that being said, I want to thank you guys for joining me today. It has been a pleasure. It's always a pleasure. Happy to be back. I'm happy to break this message down. Found out I can do like Instagram snippets now. So I'm going to start rolling that out here in just a moment. So with that being said, guys, have a wonderful day. Take care of yourself. Take care of your vibration. We'll talk soon. Thanks so much. Take care.
Every dream begins with a vision. A vision that sees everything before anyone else ever can. A vision that ignites the endless power to make all your dreams come true. Your truth is in